Today we have the great joy of celebrating the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi. And I have the impression that us Catholics, we all care for St. Francis. Everybody is in love with St. Francis. And I think that something that's so special about him is that he is a man who showed us that you can live the gospel literally, not only just like metaphorically, but you can live it literally, and the results of that experiment is something beautiful. Many things could be said about St. Francis, but I want to focus on two things: poverty and joy. So St. Francis of Assisi, he came from a family that was well off. His dad was a merchant, and he did well. And his dad wanted St. Francis to follow the family business. So St. Francis, for some time, he got to taste and he got to experience the pleasures that come along with money. He got to taste the joy, the happiness, the pleasures, the enjoyments that come along with money. But one day he met a lady that really changed his life. And maybe you're thinking that I'm talking about St. Clare. But the lady that changed his life is Lady Poverty. That's the name he gave poverty, Lady Poverty. And although he had tasted the greatness of having money and being able to enjoy your money, when he met Lady Poverty, he was overwhelmed by the beauties of this lady and how much this lady had to offer compared to what richness had to offer. So what did he discover when he met Lady Poverty? Number one, when he embraced poverty, he discovered the poor. Because the people that are satisfied with their richness, they never discover the poor. They live in a bubble. So the first thing when embracing Lady Poverty that St. Francis discovered was his brother the poor, especially the leper, who were the poor among the poor. And he found a new family in the leper because he first embraced Lady Poverty. He also, when he embraced Lady Poverty, he started to get training for the day he was to die. Because the day you are to die, you will also die poor. So in practicing poverty every day, he knew he was getting ready for his brother's death. Those people who embrace with avarice richness, they don't get ready for death. Another great thing that he discovered when he embraced Lady Poverty was that he knew he grew closer to Jesus Christ. Because if you look at the life of Christ, what sort of life did Jesus embrace? What lifestyle did Jesus embrace? Did he hang out with the rich and the famous? Or did Jesus also choose the road of poverty? So in choosing Lady Poverty, he also knew that he was growing closer to Christ, who chose to be poor himself. So today it's a great day for all of us, but perhaps especially for you who haven't done the vow of poverty, to ask yourself, have I discovered the beauty of Lady Poverty? Have I discovered the great richness that comes along with poverty and being unattached to my things? Am I truly the owner of the things that I possess, or the things that I possess own you? And the second and last thing that I want to say about St. Francis is what really shines in his life is his joy. And this is so challenging because he was poor, and we don't normally think about being poor like something joyful. But second, he knew very well suffering. He received the stigmata of Christ, but still he had an amazing joy. So let me share with you a secret that God does with the saints. Before knowing Christ, Francis was already a joyful person. He enjoyed music, he was very outgoing, he was a great extrovert. But God was able to trade him, his mundane joys, for spiritual joys. Now think about St. Augustine. St. Augustine was an intelligent man. He was obsessed with truth. But God didn't take away his intelligence, but he gave him a greater truth to look to. St. Peter, he was a fisherman. God didn't take away being a fisherman, but he just gave him something greater, to be a fisher of men. With St. Francis, God did the same. He was already a joyful man, but he gave him even something greater to be joyful about, the spiritual joys. So today, number one, it's a chance for us to embrace Lady Poverty. But also today is a day that we can allow God to give us something greater, to give us a greater joy, a greater object for our intelligence to aspire, a better way, because He doesn't take away what we have, but He offers us something greater to aspire to and to rejoice in.